Have you ever felt your muscles getting smaller just thinking about skipping breakfast? That panic when you miss a protein shake convinced your biceps are already shrinking. Here's what nobody tells you: for exactly 72 hours. Your body runs a biological protection program. So sophisticated, it would make a Swiss bank vault look casual. Your muscles aren't just safe during this window. They're practically under armed guard. But cross that 72-hour line without understanding the rules, and your body flips a switch that changes everything. Picture this. You've spent months, maybe years, building muscle. Every rep, every protein shake, every early morning gym session adding to your strength. Now someone mentions fasting, and your first thought is watching all that hard work melt away like ice cream in the sun. The fitness industry has trained us to believe that going even 6 hours without protein starts eating our gains. But science has discovered something that turns this fear completely upside down. Your body has evolved through millions of years of feast and famine. It knows the difference between strategic fuel management and actual starvation. And for the first 72 hours of fasting, it guards your muscle tissue like a dragon guards gold. Not because it's generous, but because it's smart. Those muscles aren't just for show. They're survival tools, and your biology knows it. This is educational content, not medical advice. Always consult your healthcare professional before starting any fasting protocol, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, have an eating disorder, type 1 diabetes, or take medications requiring food. Let me take you through what really happens inside your body hour by hour when you stop eating. Because once you understand the timeline, you'll never fear short-term fasting again. The first 24 hours feel like betrayal. Your stomach sends angry signals, your mind fixates on food, and you're convinced your muscles are already disappearing. But here's where things get interesting. Within just 12 hours of your last meal, your body starts releasing growth hormone. Not a little bump, we're talking about a surge that can reach 5 times normal levels. Think of growth hormone as your muscle's personal bodyguard. While you're not eating, this hormone is actively protecting your lean tissue, telling your body, hands off the muscle, we need this. Your liver, that incredible chemical factory, starts releasing its stored glycogen. This is like your body's emergency cash reserve, about 300 to 500 grams of pure energy, keeping your brain sharp and your muscles fueled. But glycogen isn't just energy. It's buying time while your body sets up a much more sophisticated system. As the hours tick past, something remarkable happens. Your insulin drops to basement levels. Now, insulin usually acts like a storage manager, telling nutrients where to go. But when it drops during fasting, it's like removing the locks from your fat cells. Suddenly, stored fat can finally leave its prison and become fuel. Your muscles, they're still off limits, protected, preserved. Ancient humans faced this exact scenario regularly. Imagine a hunter 50,000 years ago. He hasn't eaten in a day, maybe two. If his body immediately started breaking down muscle for fuel, he'd be too weak to hunt, he'd die. But the humans who could preserve muscle while burning fat, they survived. They hunted successfully even while hungry. They passed on their genes. Those genes are your genes. That protection system is your protection system. Between 24 and 48 hours, your body completes one of the most elegant metabolic transitions in all of biology. You enter full ketosis. Your liver starts converting fat into ketones, these remarkable molecules that can cross the blood-brain barrier and fuel your neurons directly. But here's what most people don't understand. Ketones don't just feed your brain. They actually trigger muscle-preserving pathways. Think of ketones as a diplomatic messenger. They tell your muscles, stay calm, we've got alternative fuel coming in, no need to panic. Studies have shown that during this phase, protein breakdown actually decreases. Your body becomes protein sparing, a technical term that basically means your muscles are in a biological safe house. This is when something counterintuitive happens. Despite not eating any protein for over a day, your body enters what scientists call a more anabolic state. Anabolic means building up, not breaking down. How is this possible? The combination of high growth hormone, low insulin, and ketone production creates an environment where your body preferentially burns fat while maintaining muscle. It's metabolic magic hiding in plain sight. The ancient Greeks knew something about this. Olympic athletes would fast before competition, believing it made them lighter, but paradoxically stronger. They didn't understand the biochemistry, but they felt the effect. That sense of lightness combined with preserved strength. Modern science has proven they were onto something profound. But pay attention to your body here. If you're feeling weak to the point where standing up is difficult, if your heart is racing for more than 30 minutes, or if confusion sets in, those are red flags. Stop the fast. This isn't about being a hero. It's about understanding your limits. Now we reach the golden window, 48 to 72 hours. This is where your body performs its most impressive trick. Autophagy reaches its peak. I know autophagy sounds like something from a science fiction movie, but it's happening in your cells right now. Think of it as your body's recycling program on steroids. Old damaged proteins get broken down and rebuilt. Cellular debris gets cleared out. But here's the crucial part. Your body recycles these damaged proteins instead of breaking down healthy muscle tissue. Imagine your body as a house that needs fuel to keep warm. Autophagy is like burning old newspapers and broken furniture before even thinking about touching the support beams. Your muscles are those support beams. They're the last thing your body wants to sacrifice. During this window, something else remarkable happens. Muscle satellite cells, think of them as sleeping construction workers scattered throughout your muscle tissue, actually become more active. They're not building new muscle while you're fasting, but they're preparing. They're getting ready for when food returns. This is the setup for what scientists call supercompensation, where muscles can actually grow back stronger after a brief fast. The Minnesota Starvation Experiment, one of the most extreme studies ever conducted on human fasting, revealed something shocking. Participants who were literally starved for months only showed significant muscle loss after their body fat dropped below 5%. 5%. Most of us walking around with 15 to 25% body fat have massive reserves before muscle becomes a target. The 72-hour mark isn't about running out of fat. It's about a hormonal and metabolic switch that's about to flip. This is also when you need to be most vigilant about warning signs. Muscle weakness that gets progressively worse each day. Not the stable low energy of fasting, but actual declining strength. That's your body preparing to cross the line. Heart palpitations lasting more than 30 minutes. Extreme fatigue with simple tasks like climbing stairs, visible muscle, twitching. Any of these mean stop immediately and seek medical guidance. Here's where everything changes. After 72 hours, your body shifts into a different mode. Cortisol, the stress hormone, starts rising significantly. Now cortisol gets a bad reputation, but it's actually trying to keep you alive. It signals your body to start a process called gluconeogenesis from amino acids. That's a fancy way of saying your body starts converting protein into sugar. Think of it like this. Your body has been running on fat and ketones, but certain parts of your brain and your red blood cells absolutely need glucose. They can't use ketones. For 3 days, your liver has been making just enough glucose from glycerol, a component of fat. But after 72 hours, that's not enough anymore. Your body needs more raw material for glucose production. Where does it find it? Amino acids. Where do amino acids come from when you're not eating muscle tissue? The furniture analogy becomes real here. You've burned all the spare wood, all the old newspapers. Now the body starts eyeing the furniture. Not the essential support beams yet, but the less critical structures. You begin losing about 1 to 2% of muscle mass per day after this point. It's not dramatic at first, but it's consistent. It's measurable. It's your body choosing survival over aesthetics. But here's something that should blow your mind. Even if you do lose some muscle after 72 hours, your body remembers. Muscle memory isn't just a metaphor. It's biological reality. When you build muscle, you create new nuclei in your muscle cells. These nuclei are like blueprints. Even if the muscle shrinks during extended fasting, those blueprints remain. When you start eating again, muscles can regrow up to 3 times faster than it took to build them originally. Think of it like this: if you tear down a house but keep the blueprints, and foundation rebuilding is much faster than starting from scratch. Your muscles work the same way. Those nuclei, those blueprints, they stick around for years, maybe even decades. This is why someone who was once muscular can regain their physique much faster than someone building muscle for the first time. The first 48 hours after breaking your fast are critical. This is when muscle protein synthesis can increase by up to 50% if you do it right. Your muscles are primed, almost desperate to absorb nutrients and rebuild. A meal rich in leucine, that's the amino acid found in eggs, fish, chicken, even lentils and beans, triggers an explosive rebuilding phase. Your muscles don't just recover, they supercompensate. They come back ready for whatever made you fast in the first place. This is why some bodybuilders strategically use short fasts. Not the week-long ordeals, but tactical 48 to 72-hour fasts. They ride that edge, getting the benefits of autophagy, the growth hormone, surge, the metabolic reset. Then they refeed strategically and watch their muscles respond like they've been given rocket fuel. But let's be clear about something. If you have low body fat already, if you're underweight, or if you have any history of eating disorders, extended fasting isn't for you. The 72-hour rule applies to people with adequate body fat reserves. Your body needs fuel to protect muscle. Without enough fat reserves, that protection window shrinks dramatically. So what's the real truth about fasting and muscle loss? Your body is infinitely smarter than fitness culture gives it credit for. For 72 hours, you're in a protected zone where fat burns, cells renew, and muscles stay safe. It's not about pushing limits or proving toughness. It's about understanding and respecting the remarkable system evolution has given you. The fear of muscle loss from missing a few meals. It's manufactured. Your ancestors survived and thrived with irregular eating patterns. Your muscles are designed to endure temporary food scarcity. The 72-hour window isn't a deadline. It's a biological gift, a zone where fasting offers benefits without significant sacrifice. But here's what I want you to really understand. This isn't permission to fast recklessly. It's knowledge to fast intelligently. The difference between someone who fasts successfully and someone who damages their body isn't willpower. It's wisdom. It's knowing when your body is adapting versus when it's suffering. Have you tried fasting yourself? Drop your experience below. What was your longest fast? And did you actually lose muscle or did you feel stronger? This is where the real learning happens, in the comments, where we share what worked and what didn't. Here's the debate I want to start. Some bodybuilders swear by weekly 48-hour fasts for growth. Others say never go beyond 16 hours without protein. Who's right? Or could both be right for different people? Let me know where you stand. If you know someone who's terrified that fasting will kill their gains, share this video with them. They need to understand the 72-hour truth. Science beats pro science every time. The next time someone tells you that you'll lose all your muscle if you skip breakfast, you'll know better. The next time you consider a fast, you'll understand the timeline. The first 72 hours, your muscles are protected. After that, proceed with caution. And when you refeed, those muscles are primed to grow back stronger than ever. Subscribe if you want more content that challenges what you think you know about your body. The science of human performance is constantly evolving, and the truth is often stranger and more impressive than the myths. Next time, we're diving into what happens when you actually try to build muscle while fasting. Can you gain strength without food? The answer will challenge everything you've been told about protein timing. Until then, remember your body isn't fragile. It's brilliantly designed. Trust the process, respect the timeline, and your muscles will thank you.